Welcome to the installment of the Screen Squad. Like always, I'm Vinny.
I'm Ozzy.
Anna.
And on this episode, we're talking about the movie that introduced everyone to a ZJ.
A ZJ. What's a ZJ?
If you have to ask, you can't afford it, my friend. Beerfest. Beerfest.
Beerfest.
2006's movie about drinking. Broken Lizard gave us one of the, I think, in my opinion, a classic. This is a classic.
Is it Slam Salmon?
No, God, no. After
Is it
this,
Puddle
they made
Cruiser?
after
Cruiser?
this, they really didn't make anything good.
Is it Puddle Cruiser? No, it gotta be Puddle Cruiser.
Ooh.
Puddle Cruise, Broken Lizard.
Oh, they didn't make anything good?
Not
After
after
this? No.
Beerfest. No, they made Quasi.
Yeah, that's right.
They made Quasi. They made Slam and Salmon. They made like all this other stuff. They just never. They haven't fulfilled on the promise of Weed Fest or Smoke
Yeah,
Fest.
and I hope they don't.
Yeah, because even Super Trooper 2 was not as good as Super Troopers.
I'm sorry, you think this movie's a classic, but I think it's garbage.
Really, I think it's hilarious. I thought
No,
it was
I think
hilarious
it's-
when it came out, and I thought every time I watch
Maybe
it,
it's because I watched the unrated version and not the original.
That's
cut.
the only version I have.
The
it's the
unrated
only
one
version that
Mhm.
exists.
in my heart.
Yep, because that movie is
Nah.
good.
I did not enjoy it. I had seen it
Really?
before, and
It's the
I think
mark
I
of the
remember.
whore.
I remember laughing when I first saw
Warming
it,
up
but then I just
sausages.
rewatched it, and it's like, oof, bad.
Cloris Leachman warming up sausages?
She's the only good thing in that movie. Is Cloris Leachman.
Really? You
Yeah.
have Will Forte?
You don't like Donald Sutherland?
No. What, for like
Popo.
2 minutes?
You have Popo.
He's great.
It's weird to see him in it.
Well, it's the same thing I say like when you watch Super Troopers, the first one, you have Brian Cox. Right? Like the actor, like he's in all these dramas, and then he's in
Yeah.
Super Troopers, and he's acting a fool, and then but he just likes doing this kind of comedy because he even did the voiceover in Quasi. Like he does a lot of stuff with Broken Lizard. He'll do anything that they want as long as it's like,
Still my funny.
yeah, I
They
guess.
probably have something over him. They know something. That's what it is.
Right. But I know, but I think and I will tell you this: Cloris Leachman does steal the show for the parts that she's in.
Yeah.
Great Gam. Right. But I think this movie's funny. I like this movie. Like Broken Lizard coming off of what was it, Club Dread, which another one that I think is really funny. Right. Club
I
Dread.
mean,
Penelope.
first of all, it's no a penis in an asshole. A penis in an asshole. Happiness.
Yeah, it's
in
not
the
Super
household?
Troopers. Yeah.
Super Troopers 2.
Yeah, no, Super Troopers is trash. But Super Troopers, I know, but that's the same kind of joke
Yeah.
from Super Troopers. Super
Yeah.
Troopers 2 is not
But
good.
anyways,
Super Troopers is good. The first
I think Beerfest is better than Club Dread, but
Yeah.
Super Troopers 1 is the best one.
out of all their movies, Super Troopers, Super Troopers is their best movie.
Yes.
They have not been able to capture the magic that they had, like the comedy that they were able to do with Super Troopers. But Beerfest is close. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. Again, the mock, the way that they mock the German accent with the the German team, and they have the beer Olympics. They have I definitely
Papa.
think it's funny. Yeah, right. Grandpapa. You have Will Forte. You have what's that other guy's name from
Dumb and
Fired
Dumber,
Up?
the beginning.
Eric Christian Olsen.
Sure, we'll go
Not
with that.
related to the Olsen twins, or is he? I don't know. Right. Then you have
Phew.
comedy legend Monique.
Oh, yeah.
You leave her alone. She's okay. Leave her alone.
I did like her scenes too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's things in this movie that's why I find it funny. And the thing that I find the funniest is when Landfill dies and they bring his brother, and they were like, just call me Landfill,
Tex.
so we're gonna have that weird weird transition, right? I thought that was funny. All that I think it's
The training was okay.
The training, when they get drunk and it's like, hey, whatever happened to her? She was a dead fish. I married that dead fish.
There are a few chuckles, but it's not. I didn't think it was a good movie. I
Chuckles the
think it was.
clown.
No, yeah.
Yoga
I
fucker.
I do not recommend this movie.
Really,
How's
I
that?
recommend this movie. I recommend this. But I seal of approval from Vinny.
This movie proves it's one of those movies. If you watch it, you know that if you have a weird sense of humor or not.
You know what you're gonna get. That's the thing. This is
No, I
not.
said that, but if you don't know these guys and just go, just watch this movie, if you really enjoy the humor in this movie, that means you have a specific type of humor. This is a specific type of humor. This isn't a universal type of humor. Not everyone's gonna like it. It's like South Park, except not as good. It's because South Park is hilarious, but it's orgasmo. It's got a specific type of humor, but if you're not into it, you're not gonna like it.
That's true. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But that's
I,
that's
well,
that's
I
the
don't
same
know
thing with
because
everything
it's
in
that,
Broken Lizard.
but it comes in the time when there was a lot of movies like that, and there's a lot of movies I enjoy that have like the raunch,
Well,
the
see,
humor.
but raunch is one thing. It's just it's geared towards. It's like if you watch a movie with a lot of Star Wars jokes, like, oh, I get that. I think it's funny. But someone's like, what the fuck is Star Wars? It's kind of like
Someone
if
says
you
that, I'd be
don't,
like, "Are you all right?" Like
it's
who?
like if
From
you
this planet.
Even if you've never seen the Star Wars movie, you know what Star Wars is.
you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Relax. I'm just saying, if you're not into the certain thing that they're making fun of, you're not
Like
gonna really
drinking.
kind of get the joke.
If you're not into drinking, you're not gonna find any of this movie funny. If you're not an
Like
alcoholic,
like if you're if you're not into paying hookers for stuff on the street, you don't know what a ZJ is. You're not gonna appreciate those jokes. That pricing can be insane. I'm just saying it
describe
happens.
what a ZJ is.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's what
describe to the people that are watching.
Yeah,
it's
in detail. Let me write this
it's
down.
it's an underground thing you don't want to know.
Once you know, you can't unknow. It's one of those.
it'll
It's like the video from
it'll
The
open
Ring. If you watch it, you're gonna die in 7 days. You
some
don't want to
days.
know what a ZJ is.
uh
But see,
yes, but
what I like is that what I do like about the Broken Lizard movies is that they direct their own movies, right? I mean, obviously some are better than others, and I think there's only out of their catalog, I would say Super Troopers and then Beerfest and everything else is, and then Club Dread, right?
and then there's just
Then
meh,
everything else, right? Because
meh,
then
meh and
everything
below.
they've done after that they haven't been able to do. I haven't even seen their TV show that they have. They have a TV show
The
about firefighters or something.
Tacoma something.
Yeah, FD.
Tacoma FDF Fire
Yeah,
Department.
I've seen the commercials. I've never seen the show. Yeah,
I've always seen like an ad for like the episode, but I've never seen an episode.
it just doesn't call my attention.
I don't
None
feel
of
like
it
looking
calls.
for it on
Doesn't
True
it?
TV.
What is True TV? What is that?
It's a channel. I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
so stupid. It's like saying, "Look, you're on the ID channel." Like, okay,
Just put it
what's
on Hulu. I'll watch it if it's on Hulu. I'm not gonna look for no True TV.
yeah? Why look for actual channels when you can just stream it?
Yeah, but they do have a lot of making fun of their grandma jokes, right? Because the grandma used to be a woman of
Or
the streets, a
Mhm.
sex worker.
Woman of the night.
She's a
she was
sex
a
worker. Nothing wrong with it.
syphilitic
She was
syphilitic
make she was
whore.
no. She was just making a living, right? And
Taking care of her family.
yeah, she gave birth to Donald Sutherland, which is very very weird because he was extremely old too, older than
Yeah.
her, but still
So,
right. And then so then that's just the lineage, right? And then these guys are from America. These two brothers they don't know anything about the history. And then one day when after their grandpa dies, was it great grandpa or grandpa? Their grandpa, right? Their grandpa.
Grandpa.
When their grandpa dies, they inherit the doll, and they want to go visit their roots, right? And they get introduced to this beer fest, and then they stumble on the recipe
yeah,
for
they want to spread his ashes.
the stolen
Mm.
recipe, right? That was hidden in the doll popo. Then they put the band back together to kind of get revenge on the Germans for treating them so bad, even though they're like half. Well, they have cousins. Still, they're cousins,
They're cousins, yeah.
right? They're all cousins, and then they get treated like crap. And Will Forte and Eric Christian Olsen play great Germans.
They're
I
hilarious.
think they're German. I think that's the I like because they're so overdoing the German accent. I think it's funny.
What do you
I
mean about the German accent? You cannot overdo a German accent. German accent is so natural.
You sound like Dr. Heimlich from the Was it Heimlich from Animaniacs?
Oh yeah, yeah,
I didn't think about that. Yes, there we go.
That's
Sorry.
what you sound like. But I definitely think people should watch Beerfest. I think it's a funny movie. I think it's funny. Again, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not a drinker
yeah.
to know these
It's
jokes. I don't
it's not
drink,
a
but
it's not a date
I
movie. Funny,
yeah.
but it's
it
you
isn't.
know, no, no.
You want to know about me? We're watching Beerfest.
You want to know who I am?
Uh-huh.
Why you leaving? Why leaving? Huh? What? Yeah, and that's a good way to be alone.
That's right. Wait, what?
Yeah, no. I do not recommend this movie.
This movie
No.
caused me my marriage.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's a worthwhile movie to watch because when it came out, it was almost everywhere. It was like a big hit. I think it was even bigger than Super Troopers.
Well, what the
Yeah.
thing? A thing that
It's
helped
got
out.
a cult following.
Yeah,
No, I mean, if you're in a cult, you watch this movie. It's
you
crazy.
follow it.
But
If you're in a cult, you
and
follow
that's how
it.
you follow. It's the little thing. Yeah, but around that time, I don't think they had very many beer movies, but they had a lot of weed movies out at the time.
And then after that, all of a
And it was
sudden
nice. It's a nice.
they started making this like all the direct DVD movies that are similar to Beerfest, like in the same vein that when they created the American Pie movie, all of a sudden there was a bunch of American Pie ripoffs direct to DVD,
Mhm.
right? Because that's what everybody all of a sudden everybody wanted to make a movie that was like Road Trip and Beerfest together, right? Beer pong fest trip.
I mean,
Road
it's no
trip.
Yeah.
Euro. It's no Euro trip.
Oh God,
But,
no! Euro Trip is
Balls of
classic.
Fury.
That's Christopher Walken, right? Balls of Fury.
I
Mm.
I know it is.
But
It
see,
is. Mm.
we never get we're I don't think we're ever gonna get the sequel at this
Don't
point. The
disrespect me.
Podfest sequel.
You need to check your tone. I'm not done.
Okay,
Now I'm done.
but okay. So what in reading what it says, I know that there was supposed to be a sequel because they teased it at the end of the movie, the Podfest with Cheech and Chong, Willie Nelson, and all that, right? And that supposedly they were gonna make the movie after Super Troopers 2, but Super Troopers 2 came out a while ago, years ago at this point, and we've heard nothing. And then they said they weren't gonna make it live action instead of make it an animated movie, and then they ended up making Quasi. They
Oh,
chose to make
great.
Quasi instead of.
That's a great movie though.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't say that.
Oh,
Don't say that.
Quasi is one of those movies that I want to use a different word to describe it, but I'm not allowed to.
It's on Hulu.
Watch it for Huluween. You know what else is on Hulu? Werewolf by Night.
Color.
No, but it's still no. I would just if you don't watch Quasi. If you want to watch it, I mean, again, if you want to watch 3 good Broken Lizard movies, you watch Super Troopers, Beerfest, and you watch
Photo
Club
Cruiser.
Dread.
Done.
That movie is stupid. No one watches that movie. That
Throw a
movie
little
came out
Slam
way
and
before all
Salmon
these
in
other
there
movies. No, Slam and Salmon's crap.
with Michael Clark Duncan. Rest in peace,
Watch.
King.
Movie's crap.
You're crap.
No.
Yeah, on that note.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Get a little Colby Smulders in there.
I mean, the only big budget, other big budget movie that they made technically kind of directed, Dukes of Hazzard. You know that was their movie, right?
I did
No, I
not.
didn't know that.
Yeah, the Dukes of Hazzard. That's a movie that they're all in Dukes of Hazzard. That's because
Jay directed, right?
one of the guys directed it.
Yeah, Jay Chowder. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that guy. The guy who gives out ZJs. He directed it. But I mean, if you haven't seen Beerfest, I definitely would say watch. I say watch Beerfest. I know Edgar doesn't like it. Edgar doesn't like Beerfest.
And if you watch it, you'll know the CG still better than Flash.
That's true.
Even watch the bloopers at the end of the movie. They're
There's
not funny.
bloopers.
Yeah, it's not funny at all.
I don't know. I've never seen the bloopers, but I would definitely. I would say watch it because I think it's funny. I still think it's funny when I watch it. Is it funnier than Super Troopers? No, but it's still funny. Is it better? Is it funnier than Club Dread? Sometimes depends. I think Club Dread has its moments too.
If I'm feeling
Um,
frisky, I put my thumb in my ass.
Yeah, but but check out Beerfest. 100%. I would recommend checking out Beerfest. Broken Lizard had a couple good movies. They haven't done anything since, and I think we're now in the climate where, or in the time where those kind of movies they aren't making comedies like that anymore, right? They're
No,
not
but
making
but
funny
you gotta wait
comedies.
for the ones that are out there to eventually come out that actually take a chance.
We like in theaters. When was the last time you saw a comedy that made you laugh, extremely laugh out loud? For me,
When was the last time I passed out?
when I made the joke about we in Mission Impossible, that was it.
That
But
was funny though.
that was me, not the movie, right?
Whee!
Because that's the first thing I heard. I'm gonna dub that and put that in the clips. We should do that. We're gonna make that into a short. We're gonna find the clip and make it into a short. Check out, yeah, because they aren't making comedies at all in theaters. Like the comedies they make aren't laugh out loud funny anymore. There aren't any slap. What is it? What do they call it? Slap what?
Knee slapping.
Zappers,
No, it's another thing.
Slappy
Whatever.
Kincaid, Slappy,
Yeah, that one. Slappy the squirrel. Uh, yeah, they
Animaniacs.
aren't making any good comedies. They just aren't. The comedies they make now are like we get Joyride or we get which I think was funny, but then we also get No Hard Feelings, which is I don't think was funny at all. We don't get
Great fight
Funnier
scene.
mainstream
than Beer
comedies.
Fest.
Great fight scene.
Still better than the Flash.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, I've watched that scene so many times. I got carpal tunnel from it.
From the reminding of the remote. That's what he
Yeah,
means.
from holding your
From
phone.
holding the
Yeah,
remote.
and masturbating first.
Okay.
Oh.
Ferociously.
on that note, guys, watch Beerfest. I think it's on Hulu.
Yeah,
Every once
rug
in a while, it's
burn.
on Hulu. It's on
Got-
Netflix sometimes.
got
Catch it when
Indian
you
burn on it.
can.
It's crazy.
Catch it when you can. This has been Vinny.
This is Ozzy.
And
We'll
need
see you
ointment.
guys next time.
In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.